Alrighty then, let's kick it off. Hello everybody, hello Zenron.
Hello,
Okay,
Traz.
known as Zephrim, ZX. Let's get into our almost finale.
We're nearly there. We're in the semifinals.
Yep, we've got,
Oh.
I've made the distance this time. I'll be facing
Ah.
Mushi Mango. And we've already got Soup Loops locked in at 4th place, so just below the prize cutoff. If we check out what these players are playing for, we can see we got 88 on the line. In fact, Mushi Mango is donating $10, but is already in the winnings, so this is just like a Giga Chad move to donate for a tournament and then place so high you don't even have to pay.
It's recouping on the investment.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Love to see it. Also, we got opportunity for a new kind of card back. I'm curious what the next one's going to be, and hopefully we see it on something that can produce token units. Like we see Riva, you just get 2 kinds of cards that have the background. It's like twice as fiery.
Oh, these effects are so cool.
It looks even better when it's rotated because it's got like multiple layers to it. It's pretty sick.
Oh, it's got like the prismatic. Oh, okay, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
And then
I love that.
we'll lock these guys into the lovely, ever-growing list of champions. Nice little roster that we've got here. I've yet to win one of my own tournaments. I came close in number 6, so maybe this time around. We'll see. Before Kopi had snatched it before going on a monster spree.
Whew.
Yeah, and Vitruvian, definitely the most popular faction. I'm going to be facing it today. Yeah, against a Vitruvian specialist of sorts. And of note, Vanar did come out for this tournament, but Lionar did not. Yellow is just not that popular in DGG, it feels like.
Yeah, we haven't been seeing as much, and especially now with the aspects getting nerfed again, or
Introduced as like
well,
a trial that's
being
nerfed.
introduced and then put in
Oh,
a
yeah.
more reasonable
Yeah.
spot. We see a lot less Brome.
The Rome trial was kind of
Before.
nuts. It was just yellow jalopy from immediately.
Oh my god, that was kind of crazy on release. Now I think it's a little more fair.
Yeah, yeah.
You can actually play against it.
Yeah. And as for our matchup today, check it out. We got no repeat factions on this list. We got my lovely Riva deck that I lifted wholesale for Moggen. Thanks, Moggen, for posting a deck list. Moggen almost never posts deck lists, but someone prodded him to post a list. So thanks. So was able to scoop that one up. It's got some cool stuff going on here. And then the Starhorn deck is something that I put together with a bunch of just some damage pings and here and there, mostly leaning on the Intensify theme. Mushi Mango, we've got the cube. We've seen what the cube does. It was like such a star in the last round. Like it was.
The cube is an MVP card. It's got so much play potential. It's so much fun just to see the cube in action.
Yeah. And you can even make it work if you're not against the right matchup. But against the right matchup, I have a clip actually about cubes versus pets, if you want to check that out. And then we got Sinus Sage, which has got a lot of stuff that could be coming out. We could be seeing some crazy stuff out of Grincher. Azure Summoning is going to be pulling out Swarm King Scarab ahead of time. And there's that funny card, Atarcha's Gifts, that can sometimes hand you 2 busted artifacts at once. Doesn't have the visions.
Drop lift your artifacts.
Oh yeah, so if I pump up a Twin Fang and it gets drop lifted, I think those damage stacks are just going to be immediately yoinked. So that's going to be a card that Mushi's probably going to be replacing for in that matchup.
Definitely something to look out for. Lots of different melee options for the general to just kind of beat things around. Zephyr, Felsius, Sand Sister Sound.
A lot of ways
Got
to
more copies of those. Yeah, a lot of ways to get in. A lot
also can play back.
A lot of ways to disrupt.
Yep, 2 Blood of Air is pretty nice. 3 Blood of Air is a little expensive because they do have that +1 cost, but having the 2 is quite good.
6 mana, yeah.
In case I get any of my Visionars off the ground or something.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready for game number 1.
I sure am.
Hell yeah. We don't have our triple caster Yukiko with us at the moment, but we are ready. I also have a very funny clip of just a cat doing a very tiny meow.
Just the cat meow. No, the cat is in the living room right now, so
Nice.
unfortunately. But you never know, she might come by.
Yeah. Oh, you might see a Pax drawn. Who knows? Well, I have to come from some sort of pet nonsense. In my opening hand, I've got the Mizuchi, because I can't have just one Sentinel.
Yeah, having multiple sentinels is such a great way to throw
Yeah.
your opponent off, because then they really don't know what to cover for.
I mostly want the Mind Cage Oni, but I would love to get a free Mizuchi instead. So this is actually a garbage opener, but I replaced and I found a Crescent Spear, so it's, I guess I just slapped it on.
So it's not a total waste. You can do something.
Yeah. It kind of invites my opponent to throw everything at me, but this sets up all my next turns, and even a Gotatsu hitting for 2 is probably going to be worth it.
Mm. And even something like that is just kind of like, you get to bait out a lot of resources to try and like burn something that's like a 1 mana card.
But I'm too conflicted and I don't put it on, which actually pays off for me because the Yonk immediately would have taken a durability off of it. Mushimango approaching regardless of having Blast.
I'll still want to try and contest those mana, I suppose.
Yeah. Mizuchi is pretty nice against Saj because she just cannot... She's just going to trip it. She loves attacking.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Yeah. Don't have much for general pings or taking out this artifact, so I get rid of this Kotatsu, and I find an incredible replacement card.
Geoforce.
Yeah,
Big
this is a
value
good way
Geoforce.
I can ping away artifacts with this. But I go ahead and I drop the Mizuchi in the back, because I figure Mushimango's going to blast something and is 1 turn away from Psionic Strike, which would just kill this outright. If it would have died to it at least, but I can see a Hexblade.
Curious how Mushy responds. Okay, pulling it back. Hexblade.
Yeah, just gonna chip
Cover
me
for the
down.
backstab.
It does actually negate a lot of the Mizuchi's usefulness, so this does kind of play around that.
But you do have enough mana in hand to, or enough power in hand to just kind of remove all those artifacts.
Yep. 1 proc with a Thunder Bomb, 1 proc with a Phoenix Fire. I'm gonna have to step on mana for that, and Mizuchi can go in for a finale.
Swoop in, yeah.
That seems a lot better than just pumping up and setting up for next turns with Geoforce, because I can defend myself a bit.
Yeah, because if you just kind of let those Yonk just sit there, especially now with the Hexblade, that can really pile on damage, and then by the time you have enough mana to make plays, you can't trade anymore because your health is so low.
Yeah, and there's only 1
Always
copy
a
of
scary
Ankh,
position.
so it's really nice to
And there's
shred
only
this.
1 Ankh, that's true.
Yeah.
Once you get rid of it, it's gone.
A lot of Sajas were running the 2 Ankhs, but now Mushi's going to have to pull it from some random source to get the range back online. Or could potentially
Resetting
rebuild,
the board.
if he had the Forge, could potentially rebuild a broken artifact, but doesn't have any
Oh,
of that.
yeah. Nope.
Just going to drop the largest dude, has a 5th Canopic, so here's a 4-8 beater that shuts down my unit production.
It's just on your Bloodbound, yeah.
Technically, it just makes it cost 10, but we haven't found a way to cast it yet.
No, there's no Vanar mana.
Yeah,
Goop.
D2 ramp up past 9 technology. So I guess
We've yet to see it.
Maybe Ionic Spare Seal this. It's the only way I'm taking out this.
It's a fat minion to have in your face. It's definitely.
Yeah, and its rules text was really bothersome because I really want to be pumping out these Heartseekers because it's coming off cooldown next turn, so the pressure's on me to use it now.
Yeah. Especially against an artifact general like Sag, just having more pings on it.
Yeah. Usually something like a the blown splitter spell doing 2 damage would take care of a Heartseeker, but in DGG it only is centered around your own general, so you have to really get up in there. This drop lift actually could come into play because I've got 2 things that could just be lifted. 3 things, in fact.
You do have, yeah, you have 3 artifacts in your hand that could theoretically get lifted, although
Not,
I don't think he gets much value out of stealing the Crescent Spear.
Yeah, gonna want to steal a Geoforce charm if anything.
Let's see what Mushy gets up to.
So artifact decks just love Atom Clinger. Throw as many of these as you can. It's like a mini Portal Guardian.
Oh yeah. Easy ramp, but you were also in a nice spot with the that Thunder Bomb and that Crescent Spear.
Yeah, Thunder Bomb does 4 damage, which would kill a Clinger, and then 2 more damage, which could set up for a Heartseeker kill. All that takes is a single Crescent Spear. So that sounds awesome. Really good time to have a Thunder Bomb.
Really good wombo combo potential.
And then I just want to protect my Heartseeker from Saj. Because she's going to try turning them into Spine Cleavers here in a moment.
Which is a very not good thing to have in a deck that can't really get rid of its own minions.
So despite saying that, I go ahead and just summon a Heartseeker straight in Mango's face to just steal the mana.
It's hard to just account for everything in a deck that's that varied, you know?
Yeah, I guess I figured
I
the,
can see it.
the
And just
mana
denying
would be,
the mana.
would be riskier than the whatever else. And there is in fact a monolithic Visions for Mushy Mango. So late game is going to get a big refill.
Oh yeah. Okay, at least he didn't steal Geoforce, so
Yeah.
that's a plus.
And we have a Bloodfire Totem on the table, so I gotta go fast.
Now you're on a now you're really on a timer.
Yeah, I can't exactly sack this. So I'm gonna have to
But
ignore
lucky
it.
for you, you have enough ping power in your hand to eliminate everything on the enemy general.
4 Winds Magi just shreds artifacts so nicely. Let's have a quick example. Huge artifact
And
suite
luckily-
just deleted.
Get you some health back too.
Yeah, the sustain that you get from Magi is really nice. It does a lot.
And your second Geoforce, and you're just gonna move up.
Geoforces keep the 4 Wind Magi rolling. Mushy Mango is a turn away from Monolithic. Ah, how tragic. And already replaced, so has a completely dead hand. Aw, 1 more mana would have been really spicy, so maybe...
Just smack the general.
Yeah. Simplifying the game state a bit. Not able to really push a long game unless can take out this 4 Winds Magi.
Trying to do the lethal calculation right now because
Got
that's.
Firestorm Mantra.
Oh. Oh, I think that's just it, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh no.
Well, Arcane
don't have
Heart
mana.
has 1 damage from the 4 Winds.
Oh yeah, right.
Cast
Bloodbound.
this.
Yeah.
Another 2 damage. 2 damage from the Seeker. If I'm slightly off lethal, then I actually just lose. Because Mango's gonna fill up his whole hand, and I'm gonna get blasted by any ping. So I have to not fuck up this lethal. Firestorm Mantra's
Let's
kind
see
of
it.
weird. Like, it counts itself. And I only have one spell I can cast before it, so I'm just gonna do the things. But Firestorm Mantra hitting for 4 was actually just enough damage. So
Cool.
I take out Mushy Mango before he
Just
goes into
barely.
boss mode. Nice. Alright.
And a win picked up by Traz. Well played.
1-0! And this is only a best of 3, so if Starhorn can get the clear, then I'll be facing Loses Improve. Mushy Mango's got to get a W with both of these decks now.
All the pressure's on Mango.
Yeah. I kind of had a good lineup. Like, getting the 4 Winds Magi when I did all of the 0-cost spells really helped play against the style.
Yeah, definitely some fortunate top decking there, but that's why it's best of 3 and not best of 1.
Yeah.
So it's not you're not entirely at the victim of top decking. There is always a shot at redemption.
Yeah, let's jump into game number 2 of Traz. Yours truly versus Mushy Mango. One of our sponsors, I guess you could say.
We got to get like art that has like, you know, like on like racetracks or like sports arenas, you'll see like the sponsors on the edge with all the ads and stuff. We gotta
yeah,
get one of those around the arena.
We got this 3D battlefield. You can see some runic stuff here up in the back. What if that was just like a shout out to or like a list of donors or something funny?
Shout out to the donor list, tournament sponsors.
Except it would be written in like a like a cipher. You'd have to translate it.
Oh my god.
It actually leans down
Dude.
lower in the pre-frame than what you can get in game. But yeah.
It'd be like lore accurate sponsorships. Alright.
That'd be pretty nice.
Dropping down that Okadoke.
Got the
And
Okadoke.
duplicating it immediately.
Got a lot of Okadokes in my deck now. Plan is just to go for broken Okadoke. Mushy Mango does have a crystal in hand to work with. In fact, make that 2 crystals. Although it looks more like a Jello pudding than something crystallic.
Nah.
It's got a little crystal inside it.
It's a more fluid crystal.
It's one of those liquid crystals, you know.
Well, it's one of those liquid crystals they tell you about in elementary school, you know.
Well, I'm happy to
up that
eat
mana.
a bunch of mana, and I can reserve this mana for later. And Okadoke, I could potentially block the mana with it, which might have been the better play. I instead put it behind my general to guard it. In case I want to copy it some more.
Well, let's see what Mango does.
Has a Komodo Hunter for biggest threat, which pairs actually poorly with Lady Locke. Has just infinite luminous charges. Kind of a stale hand. You don't like seeing a full house in your hand.
Would Lady Locke buff the Komodo charges it summons for the opponent?
No.
Okay.
It just wouldn't.
Because that would be
yeah,
the most awful negative synergy.
Going for it anyway, we see a bunch of Komodo chargers for me. The tax of having a Komodo Hunter down. But it is beastie. Like a 6/7.
It is a 3 mana, 5/6 minion. Yeah. You're gonna have some drawbacks there.
But I have a Twin Fang in hand, so I'm actually ecstatic that these Komodo chargers have shown up.
This is fantastic for you.
This Twin Fang is going to be so huge so quick.
Oh yeah.
I was thinking about drawing a card with this Rift Beast, but maybe throwing it in just to give me 2 extra attack is better. It does an impression of Primus Fist. And I just have so many Junkers. This Mirror Imp is still around, so I can just cash all of it in for damage.
Oh yeah. Massive play. Massive play.
Yeah, I even throw the Rift Beast under the bus. Just because the damage number is so huge, I can't not go for it.
It's so worth it.
Mushy
12
Mango's
damage on 1 attack.
gonna have to
7
surround
HP.
me. Yeah.
Turn 3.
This was all thanks to Komodo Hunter. Mushy Mango needs to hit me 2 times to break the artifact, but has Rust Crawler in hand to just simplify it. And is able to push some damage back with this Komodo Hunter.
I think that's quite bold, leaving your general right there with that little HP. But
yeah, coming in extremely close. We got Ice Cube.
making it real close. Dropping the cube, so
Cube's just chilling. I can't move
Twice.
really.
But
Or
you
something.
do have a silhouette tracer to
Yeah,
get out of dodge.
I could even put that down and left. I've got 1 spot I can summon safely.
Yeah, bottom left is your only safe spot.
I have a lot of pings in hand, which I like seeing, and just gonna replace to find some more card draw. Mushy Mango's hand is max, so it's time to just draw some cards and burn some cards.
Gonna go for the draw.
Yeah, we got
Ooh,
an aspect
burning
of
2
Shinzo.
very good cards.
These combo really well together too, and with the Ice Cube,
Yeah.
really good
Oh,
cards
yeah.
for the deck. So I'm pretty stoked with what I hit.
Quite fortunate getting the burn on that, but now you're in a tight
I'm
spot.
about to take so much damage. Let's just add some more damage with this crater to ping everything. And fortunately, I got this crater down before this luminous charges came down. Otherwise, I would be blowing myself up.
Ooh, yeah.
Although if a jail does happen, this tracer's looking really good. So I could do 1 melee attack, bring Mango to 3, call in a Riftwalker for 1, a BTA for 1. Just need a single ping.
Yeah, the enemy general's that low. It's just thinking about options. But luckily, you do have that. This is what, Lightbender?
Lightbender.
To just
Mass
you could
diffuse.
just negate.
Be sure not to take a step to the right and might
Everything.
Lightbender to the left, because that doesn't work. That would get me exploded.
That's a great way to die real.
Also, if
quick.
I put a silhouette tracer to my right, it just explodes instantly.
Yeah, you're kind of trapped in there.
I could fractal replicate to make a ton of copies of something. It doesn't really make sense. It has to be friendly though, so it's not like the Vitruvian version. Replacing and finding a homostatic rebuke is awkward because it's not working on any of these walls, which actually is a little bit better for me, come to think, because they're not going to explode if I use it.
Yeah, you really don't want those walls blowing up in your own face, and then it's 2 damage apiece.
So this is actually a reasonable looking play. But instead I'm going to BTA to take out this dude on the left side of me so I can drop the Lightbender there and clear all these walls out. Seems like a good way to navigate the board.
There you go. Nice clean elimination.
A little bit of spring cleaning here on the left side.
Unfortunately, he does have 2 more sets of walls.
Yeah, it's going to be walls for days. I just live in this ice bomb zone.
And the general is just hiding behind the cube.
I have to go along the top lane or the bottom lane to approach. The cube does chunk itself for 8 damage every time it goes off, so it only has 1 more charge in it. Could potentially drop a Rift Walker to set it off.
I was just dropping the Rift Walker, popping the cube,
throw
getting
in the
some pings down.
Or I could even use the Miriam to set it off. One thing's for certain, I can't be here because these are all going to hit me.
Oh yeah, those are all going to smack you.
And then the score is going to detonate them.
Your life very unpleasant.
So that would be pretty sick lethal. Let's not give Mushi the chance and do anything. I'll just take the diagonal step probably, yeah.
Give it a smack. Take a little bit of damage, but live to tell the tale.
Ooh, so Rift Walker preys on Rift Beast? I'm sure that's lore correct.
Oh yeah.
One Rift counter another. And I've made some extra copies of Rift Walker, so it'll hit for 2 and 3, and that could be a kind of out. And I found a use for Lightbender. Because by throwing away the Lightbender, I'm able to summon a Angered Okadoke right up front. Very nice.
Right in his face. Scary position to be in if you're Mango.
Yep. Has the dog transform. It's not quite it. If this was a pet transform, I would lose my whole board. Because the Miriam could be transformed, and then there could have been like a big play.
Just walking to the cube where the general was.
Mango just doing the plays to try to survive. Fox Ravager does a little bit less damage. I can't quite hit with my general, but I could actually use Fractal Replication to make a bunch of copies of Rift Walker. Oh wait, never mind. We teleport 3 spaces with Silhouette Tracer.
Yeah,
we're just in.
I'm like, you can just teleport in.
Yeah, no problem. All right.
There you go.
And with a quick 2-0, I have defeated Mango.
Traz takes the win.
Woo! Go me. Hell yeah.
Into the grand finals.
Where I will be facing Loses Improve, also known as Archer 4. Also known as rank 3 on the leaderboard at the very moment. Yeah.
Sometimes it's always hard to keep track of who's on top. It's always, the top couple people just bouncing up and down.
Yeah, they get a little bit less screen time because they play less because they got that upper bracket privilege. But gonna be doing a best of 5 with them to close out this tournament. Yeah.
5 in the finals.
That
was a pretty crazy set. That was a pretty insane, very early Twin Fang burst.
Yeah. super punished Mushy Mango for having a minion that actually didn't synergize in the deck, because I put it in the deck originally thinking it would synergize with the cube, and later found out that there's a little bit extra text on the cube. It doesn't go off during your turn, only the opponent's turn. So it's, I don't know, a combo with Thunderhorn. A little sad we didn't see any Sprig in action, but yeah, maybe that's for next time.
It's neither here nor there. Next tournament.
Well, good run, Mushy Mango. Thanks for making it this far. Thanks for donating to the journey. You will be earning yourself $27 minus the 10 that you're going to put in. So we'll have Hell Dude send you 17 bucks at some point. Yeah, and then to fight out for the top slot, we will be coming to you at a later date for that. So yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Again. It's been great to have a cast. Good games. It was a really short episode today, but
yeah. Short stream, but you know, can't say the games weren't good.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you guys for the grand finale in, we don't know when, but sometime later.
But the games are played.
The games are played. And when we've got a good timing to cast them. All right.
Yeah.
Well, adios all. See you next time.
See you next time.